Yeah, it was. You're right on the money. You might get over on this side and start talking. But yeah, look, it was a big game for us, and especially without Bryce. You know, we didn't have our best player, and we had a number of guys step up. Really good with Jesse starting to get some good form, and obviously Tarico. You know, and this man here started on fire, so it was good for us to share the ball around and really get back to some tough defence on the other end.
Obviously, when Bryce doesn't play, it sort of, in a way, it can almost help you because you're less predictable. You know, you've got a lot of scoring options. Do you feel like as a coach it gives you a little bit more freedom to move around a bit?
Oh no, trust me, I like to have Bryce out there. It was just making sure we were executing with hard cuts, good screens, and getting the ball where we need to get the ball on the court. And I think that down the stretch there we got nicked some good looks out of that. And our defence creates so much. I think we kept them to, what, 39 in the first half, and it's pretty much 39 again. So it was a good grind out win. You know, every time that we got a bit of a break, the Taipans came back. You know, they seemed to hit some big threes, or Nate was imposing inside, and we just couldn't break to push it out to 14 or so, and they kept on coming back every single time.
Nate only played, I think, 12 minutes. Were you surprised by his lack of minutes?
I heard whispers before he might have been a bit crook, so I'm glad he's only played 12 minutes. He's certainly big and physical inside, and it's hard to move him once he established position. And we try to get some more ball pressure, so we put some pressure on the pass. And look, he's you know, a quality big in this league without a question.
With Bryce, what exactly is the situation, and what's the level of concern?
Yeah, well, he just had a twinge at his hamstring at the last practice, probably just halfway through, and just felt a little bit of a nudge went off, and you know, his strength was all there, and there was a little bit of came up on the MRI, so we thought it would be best to rest him up, and hopefully we'll get him back on the court next week and go from there and try to really build on this.
Do you think he'll be fit for New Zealand?
I'm hoping. I don't know until we get on the court, so I don't think it's a major hamstring that you'll be out for 3 or 4 weeks. It's you know, he felt it pretty early, and we'll find out more this week.
So, from what I read, it was an aggravation of an injury, or was it, has it
No.
been experienced
No.
during the season?
No.
So his training load throughout the season won't change?
No, well, obviously I'll take the medical advice from what he can do and what he can't do. We don't want to rush him back, but you know, it was just one of those things. It seems that we're going through a lot of injuries with, you know, a few of the guys got injured at the Boomers, and then we had some injuries. Most of our starters have been injured, so you know, it's good to get these wins when we're not full strength.
And it must be comforting as a coach to have the Jessies and the Clints just step up when called.
Yeah, Jesse was huge tonight. He'd been probably a little bit down compared to his old form. You know, he's been Mr. Reliable for, you know, 10+ years in this league, and I think probably that 4 or 5 games that he was not shooting the ball well, and we just had a talk and making sure he's getting to the right spots and get some energy points out there. And yeah, it was pleasing to see the ball go in the hole for him.
First half of the 18 makes, you had 14 assists. That must be super pleasing as well.
Yeah, just how unselfish of the group. They really do. You know, I've said it before. This is a great group. You know, very rarely do you get guys who are over unselfish. It's most of the guys is, "I'll pass the ball here, you know, I'm open." But this group is really sharing the ball and sharing the game out there, and it's, you know, it's fun. It's great to know you're open, you're going to get the ball, because we have that mentality.
It must be, this season must be as tough being a coach, because you just know it's unrelenting, isn't it? You just can't, even when you've got injuries, you can't say, "Oh, maybe you got to put the cue on the rack for one," because it's so close. You know, top 2 is important, you know, top 4 is important, but you know, every team will come at you, won't they? You're not getting that break.
Oh, just with the teams and how much talent's in this league, and it's ridiculous, really. If you take an off night, you're going to lose without a question. And you know, you might miss a few shots here and there, but it's how you play on both ends of the court consistently. And you know, the coaches are so good. They put some stuff out there that you haven't seen before, and then they keep you on your toes. And no, it's a really good competition.
Clint, what was the feeling like once the playing group sort of in that third quarter,
No, I think it was pretty calm. I mean, over the previous weeks when teams did make a run at us, our scoring stopped and we just weren't able to get stops on the other end. Whereas I think tonight we kind of stemmed their run and were able to get the scores. I think purely through our assists, we were moving the ball, it wasn't getting stuck. We weren't getting pushed out of our offense too much. We were able to get the ball where we needed it, and yeah, I think that was a huge stat. That 24 assists proves that we can keep a scoreboard ticking over when we need to.
Must be easy to play in a team with so many scoring options. You know, talk about assists, but you know, you're comfortable dishing it off to anyone, and you know they can shoot from in the paint or even from the perimeter as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you have scorers and shooters, you can space the floor, and when you're able to do that, you're able to throw it inside. There's a lot of space for guys like Gus, Tommy, Nick to go to work in there, and that's where we can really battle with teams down there. And once they make an adjustment, then the perimeter guys are ready to shoot it.
We've got I think a 6-day break between games with celebrating New Year tonight before a plane trip tomorrow.
I think we'll enjoy this win and back on an early flight tomorrow, but I mean, you got to get ready for the next one because it comes around pretty quick. Not for me, mate.
I'll be sitting out the front with the horn and just watching anybody that goes in there, mate. But
what's it like to play in Cairns on New Year's Eve? I know it's obviously being away from home, so you can't celebrate New Year with family, but you enjoy coming over here. I mean, you had a big win last year as well.
yeah, it's always a good atmosphere here on New Year's Eve. Most of the time, it's a pretty good atmosphere, and you know that Cairns are going through a pretty hard time at the moment, but they're playing, they're competing at a high level. It's just that some other teams are playing a little bit better, and
Probably ruthless, but you sort of can be sympathetic towards other coaches at times because you know Mike's going through a period where it's not working for his team at the moment, but like we saw tonight, they didn't give up.
No.
From your point of view, do you have any sympathy for sort of another coach like that?
without a question, you've been around long enough. You don't want, but you also know this is a dog-eat-dog business, and that's the nature of professional sport. That when we're going through lost 4 in a row, it doesn't feel good. So, but the Cairns are playing. There's no question. They're not throwing it in, getting beaten by 30 or anything like that. They're actually playing and going at it. So, it's great to come up here and get a win, and hopefully it'll propel us into 2019.
Trev, early in the fourth quarter there, Trimble did a 3, you called a timeout. On Twitter there were a few people saying, great timeout, Trev, kind of turn things around. What exactly did you say in there?
Well, number one, I don't listen to what people tweet. I'm sure. Well, if that's a positive, I'm happy. Normally it's a lot of negative stuff. So it was just to try and, we weren't executing down on the court. It was just, hey, let's get it together. The first 3 minutes wasn't really ideal. And, the good thing about coaching, you can stop momentum other teams. We only can do it 3 times. So I thought that was an important time to stop it.
Was it anything special? And was it aimed at any one player? Some people were speaking to Rico White, you gave him some advice.
I give all our players some good advice. I was just telling to shoot the ball. Okay, if you get the coach telling them to shoot the ball, they should be happy.
Ask questions later, right?
Exactly right. Don't leave the gun in the holster. Yep. All right, cheers, guys.